The first page you see after logging in is the map page. To access data for a specific site, click on the pin for that site. You will then see this page, which shows the summary graph and, on the left side, a picture of the crop planted along with several useful pieces of information. In this tutorial, we're going to focus on the information available in the box containing the crop image. The information shown is the latest information received from the site chosen. Several things are shown here. The AgSpy software runs algorithms daily to detect what is going on underground. The root image shows the depth to which roots have been detected at this site. As the season progresses, the roots will go progressively deeper. The root depth is also shown in the text in the above ground section of the pop-up. The various sensor depths are shown to the right of the roots. The green highlighting means that the most recent irrigation detected went to the lowest depth highlighted in green. The same information about irrigation depth is shown in the text above ground. In this text, you'll also see when the irrigation occurred. In the text box above ground, there's also an indication of days to empty. Days to empty refers to the estimated number of days until irrigation is needed in order to prevent the site from reaching the refill point. Note that it's not always possible for the algorithm to calculate the days to empty. If the moisture content is currently flat or increasing, there is no way to estimate when it will cross the refill line. To help understand how days to refill is calculated, let's look at this sum graph for a different site. For a descending summary graph line, you can click the Show Projected Summary box and see a line that extends the current slope of the sum graph line until it reaches the refill line. The date on which it is projected to reach the refill line determines the days to refill. The last part of the crop image looks like a gas gauge. The top gauge measures moisture in the active root zone. The active root zone includes all sensors at which roots have been detected for this site. Thus, it shows the portion that is actively consuming moisture for the crop. The active root zone will expand as the crop pulls moisture deeper over time. The lower gauge measures moisture available through all sensors of the probe. Let's talk about how you can use the crop image and the summary graph to help you manage your crop. You want to provide enough irrigation to keep your active root zone close to full throughout the season. You want to water as deep into the active root zone as your irrigation system will allow without draining through the full profile. You want to drive the roots deeper by not overwatering. In other words, you don't want to water more than the active root zone requires. You don't want your summary graph line to go below the refill line. This would also be indicated by a 0 days to empty. Finally, you want to stop watering at the end of a season in order to allow the crop to successfully finish. One additional feature is available from the crop image. It's called Events. Click on the Events tab to see events that have been auto-logged for the site. You'll notice that you're shown the date and the sensor depth along with an icon that tells you whether it was an irrigation that was detected or a root growth that was detected. You may want to click on the plus sign in order to be able to manually log events. Here you are able to choose the event type, a date, and any free-form description that you may wish to add for that event. Then simply click on the Add button. This concludes this tutorial on understanding the crop image.